video is dedicated to Mortis 13. I got this idea of mounting a camera within my helmet behind my visor and while riding a motorcycle from Mortis 13. That was a really cool idea. I have several cameras and none of them are able to fit inside of my helmet. When I watched this video, it occurred to me, gosh, I don't really need a very good camera to take videos. I just need a regular camera that doesn't have zoom, that just basically fits in my helmet. And I did my searches for cameras, and a lot of cameras have lenses that protrude way out the front. Well, say for example my digital ELPH, the lens protrudes way out and I can't fit it in my helmet, because the screen mashes up against my nose and the lens goes way up against the visor. It's just really a tight fit, just doesn't work right. So anyway, this is what I came down to. I found that the Kodak dual lens camera series, the V series, works very well. What I have here is a brand new Kodak V570. It just came in the mail. Yesterday was the first day I got to fool around with it. And the advantage of the V570 is that it has an ultra wide lens, a 23mm lens. Okay, and as some of you photographers know, wide angle really is the way to go when it comes to action. And the reason is because when an object is really far away, it looks really small, and as it approaches, the area increases dramatically as it gets closer. So it looks faster than what it really is. So it looks cool. It has that effect. And that's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going on to H1 to Kahala Mall to get my mail. I got a mailbox out here. This is my business address out here, where I get my business mail. So it's about 5 o'clock during the evening, and there's very little traffic. I'm going about 90 miles an hour. No cops. Good thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, okay. So the Kodak V570 has some advantages. It has MPEG-4 compression. What I noticed was with the digital ELPH, it didn't have MPEG-4, it had MPEG-2, and the result was, for 30 seconds, it took up 30 megabytes with the digital ELPH. Now with this camera, I get 5.4 to 6 times better compression. So I get something like 150 to 180 seconds of video time for 30 megabytes, which is great. 100 megabytes will yield me 9 minutes of footage. Of course, 9 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is. On a digital camera, 320 by 240 resolution at 30 frames per second. Also, I noticed that the MPEG-4 has smoother video, which is great. This camera, according to Mortis 13, you want the microphone situated behind the camera. Well, in this camera, the microphone's situated in front, but it's okay. I've noticed that the microphone has a nice gain control to it. It doesn't sound muffled like it does with my digital ELPH. and that's a big plus. So everything checks out okay. It works wonderfully. The downside of this camera is that the battery is quite small. It's only a 720 milliamp battery that's really flat and tiny, and it lasts, I timed it to last 68 minutes. I can do 68 minutes of continuous footage. 68 minutes yields me about 750 megabytes, 770 megabytes of data. So it doesn't quite fill up my 1 gigabyte card. The battery craps out first. I decided, you know, I couldn't find a camera that suited all my needs. You know, that was the perfect ideal camera. But I decided to go with the shortcomings of this camera because it was just a battery thing, and I figured, you know what, I'll just carry an extra battery and change it every so often. That way I'll address the issue of having low battery life. Okay, here's a cop. I'm gonna follow the guy. I can't really pass them because we're already going 60 miles per hour, and it'll probably tag me if I pass them. It's not a good thing. Yeah, they'll bust me for reckless driving. Yeah, cops out here, they're a real trouble because they have this thing, this quota that they have to meet, and some of them are pretty cool, but most of them are bastards. I don't know if it's a fair statement to say that. Yeah. See you, sucker.